Okay guys, we have an update here on the Penally camp and its local area because something I mentioned in a previous video has either happened again or has actually been reported by the local media. On top of that, as some of you might know, there was a situation inside the camp on Tuesday, which shockingly enough the BBC actually reported on, the Disturbance anyway, not the other story that we're going to look at as well. Of course they wouldn't do that because it's not politically correct. In fact, I am shocked the local papers have even reported it, so well done to them on that. Although I feel they have done it for completely the wrong reasons. But back to the Disturbance, apparently more new Labour voters had arrived at the camp and wasted no time causing Mary L before being carted off by the old bill to Kent from what I have heard. So essentially shifting the problem to somewhere else in the UK instead of sending these idiots packing. Now apparently the original group stated that the new guests were dangerous and a fight followed, possibly involving an improvised blade. Now you won't hear that in the media, but let's be honest, it's not exactly unlikely to be true, is it? But anyway, the BBC article on it is ridiculously piss poor, giving us the bare minimum information possible, making it essentially a complete waste of time, with the whole article stating this. The local police said it was called to the Penally Asylum Accommodation Centre at 13:45 BST on Tuesday. A 22-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of a fray and a 25-year-old man was held on suspicion of assault. Both have been bailed on condition they avoid the area, the force said. Meanwhile, a Home Office spokesman said the government takes the well-being of asylum seekers and the communities in which they live extremely seriously. We are aware of an incident at the Penally site, but it would be inappropriate to comment further while investigations are ongoing. So that was the entire article there, like 30 seconds of reading. But like I said, it is really piss poor, and the local paper Wales Online wasn't much better, only adding that these scumbags are now banned from entering the area and moaning the camp should close because it's inhumane. They don't want the camp closed or the people gone because they have no right to be there or because they are putting locals in serious danger. Which actually leads us on nicely to another article by the Pembrokeshire Herald stating extra police officers will be on patrol at Tenby Skatepark after schoolgirls are approached by Penally camp residents. So like I said, not something you are going to see in the BBC. It states concerned locals in Tenby have taken to social media to write about concerns of inappropriate behaviour between males they think may have been asylum seekers currently housed at Penally Army Camp and young girls in Tenby. Witnesses have said the young girls have been approached by males while at the skate park in Tenby. Now I do have to question why the police did not patrol the place kids are generally going to hang out as a matter of course. When I was a kid they would be patrolling parks, skate parks, and even outside of London they would be doing the same. It really makes you wonder if these police officers are even aware of grooming gangs around the country, because if they did not patrol the parks and other youth hangouts before 2020, let me tell you they are going to need to now with their new 250 residents. The Herald article goes on, reports circulating on Facebook have claimed to have direct knowledge that male residents of the camp have been talking and exchanging contact information with local schoolgirls, some suggesting that they were in school uniform when talking with the men. However, the police have not confirmed that this is the case. It remains an unproven allegation. Well, I have to say, well done to the local police for stating the fucking obvious. Everything is an allegation until someone is convicted in court, but the point remains the same. This should be a top priority, because I doubt it will be long before you start seeing them hanging around outside the schools or at least nearby. But the article goes on. One local claimed on Facebook, so tonight a few of us concerned local parents decided to go to Tenby Skatepark. As we got there, two young girls were sat on a bench waiting for someone. Some kids told us they were the ones talking to the men yesterday, exchanging Snapchat details and stuff like that. Then the men from the day before turned up, saw us and scurried off down the beach. The two girls quickly wandered off. The girls were about 14 years old. So girls of 14 exchanging details with dirty nonce cunts who then make off sharpish when spotted suggests to me that these accusations are likely accurate. But saying they are 14 could well be off. They could easily be younger than 14 and just look or dress slightly older. They could have easily been 12, as easy as they could have been 14 if you ask me. It goes on, another local resident had stated that they had reported the incidents he had seen and heard to the local police station. He claimed that an officer told him they were in talks with Greenhill School about the incidents. The local police confirmed they are investigating two alleged incidents at the skate park and have been in contact with the local schools. So as you can see there, not only are these people fighting each other, but they also appear to be grooming teenage girls if the reports are true, which should be easy to find out for the police really. You go and ask teenagers in these schools if they've been approached or seen other kids being approached by strange adults. If you get people saying they have, then you know it's a common thing, which I'm willing to bet it probably is, and if it's not now, it certainly soon will be. In places like London, the skate park would be visible by about 100 cameras, but that ain't London, so people and the police will need to be extra vigilant to protect these kids. Or should I say, the people will have to be extra vigilant because the police will likely do a piss poor job of it if previous experience is anything to be believed when it comes to grooming gangs and things like that, and especially people of certain races or religions.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors, slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires, and that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.